right. Already got a few people coming
What's
in.
good?
All right. What's up, everybody? As you guys are trickling in through all our platforms, just to let you guys know we're live on all channels. So, and if anyone who's new coming in, you want to see our replays, they're on rumble.com and YouTube. So, glad to have you guys in. As you guys know, this is open forum. So, you can comment away any questions that you have, anything that you got an opinion on. If you want to join live and join the stream live, the invite will be in the chat on YouTube and Twitch, so you can certainly join there and catch that. But we do appreciate you guys for coming in. We do this every Monday through Friday, crypto morning chat. Usually at 8:30. We're a little late today, but 8:30 Central Time start time. So if you guys want to come in, get a like, get a share, it would really help us out. Today we're going to be talking about are we out of a bear market? Are we officially out of that bear market? Or
I don't think so.
so Cody and I have an opinion. We're still in it and we're still kind of waiting. Shout out to Rich. What's up, buddy? Glad to have you back in. Good
I,
morning to you as well.
I will say for bear markets, just because it's a bear market doesn't mean it's going straight down. Just because it's a bull market doesn't mean it's going straight up. For a bear market, rallies like these, it doesn't matter anything about BlackRock, Fidelity, or any news. We have to have rallies like this. It has to happen in a bear market. So this is normal. I do see us going back down eventually, but the fact that we have these hedge funds, they know that we got a halving in less than a year. Everybody knows that we got a halving coming up. And so
Mhm.
that's what people are preparing for. And that can either short term have, a positive effect on the market. But I just don't see us starting a bull run yet. I honestly don't see us starting a bull run till right after the halving. And even then, it's not going to be straight up. It's going to take months on months. There's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be like this, except the only difference is we're in a halving.
Exactly. And we're getting a little bit of a bullish trend here with Bitcoin. So let's go over these prices real quick here. So we have Bitcoin up about 8 point, almost 9%, clearing today at 29,000. We have Ethereum up almost 6%. We have XRP up 3%. Cardano up 8%. You even have Solana up almost 5%. Litecoin up 10%.
Polkadot up 6.4%.
Yep. Polkadot's up as well. Then you have Atom up 6% as well. Chainlink up 6.83%. You have
Quant up 1.8%.
almost 2% there.
But that's
It's
okay
fine.
because when Quant runs up, Quant is usually the biggest gainer when Quant runs up.
Absolutely. And then Hedera up about 8.5, about 8.5% right now. And then we have down here Render Token up 16% in 24-hour period. And where's the other token we have? I don't think it's going to be on here. But you got Gala up 5%. Kava's up 10%, but it's still at a loss there.
Yeah, I'm going heavy on Ethereum pretty soon, man. I'm bullish on Ethereum. You guys know I'm bullish. Despite BlackRock and Fidelity talking about Bitcoin ETF, I'm bullish on Ethereum and I'm bullish on Quant. I'm an Ethereum bull. I'm not an Ethereum maxi. I'm just an Ethereum bull.
Absolutely. And shout out to Before You See Me. Do you think hackers are building with AI? Maybe there's a window now to use AI. Well,
Yes.
yes. The hackers are going to do something with it. Obviously, they're always one step ahead. But AI has always been around. AI trading bots have been around for a long time. It's just that now that AI is just getting a little bit better, a little bit more proficient at what it can do. So people are going to start trying to experiment with it to try to get better trading results and try to outpace the market. So those are going to happen, but we'll have to see because there's one trading bot that used high end AI will what was it? It did like a $200 million high leverage trade for $3 profit. So it I don't think they're as functional yet, But hey, thanks for your question. Thank you for your support. Glad to have you in. Shout out to Neil Kumar. Glad to thank you for your support. Thanks for the follow. Um, so will access be cut off though? I don't think access to AI will be cut off, but unless if it's just been deemed too dangerous for people, then
Yeah,
probably not going to have AI for the masses anymore.
this is kind of off topic here, but one thing that I'm doing right now, this is a big accomplishment for me, is I'm quitting vaping so I can have more money to put into crypto. I'm quitting all nicotine, I'm quitting all vices right now. Because right now I'm currently putting in $1,000 a month into crypto. If I quit all my vices, that's an extra that's 1,200, 1,300 a month I'm putting into crypto. So that's an extra $200 to $300 a month just by quitting nicotine and my vices.
And not and yes, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's actually a car payment
Yeah.
that you're making. So it's like it's a car payment on like a brand new Honda or Toyota. Shout out to Barry Beans. Welcome back into the chat. Glad to have you back in here. Thank you for your support. Good morning to you as well. Thoughts on DAG? Let's pull that up here. Constellation. Man, you guys are trying to pick those 100, 200 X coins, but really appreciate the analysis and the depths. Let's take a look at it all. So actually, it looks like it's back down to where it was. So it doesn't have a traditional pump and dump chart there. Okay, yeah, it's so I'm not familiar with DAG, but we can definitely do a little quick analysis of it. Where's the tokenomics here? So we have a market cap of 47 million, trading volume 516,000 in the last 24 hours, up 100%. So it looks like people are starting to buy into it. Let's pull it up over here on Bitcoin so we can get a better look at that chart. And shout out to Before You See Me. I'll get to yours in just a second. Uh, let's finish up this and do apologize if you guys do get your comments lost. Our moderators have not yet joined in yet, so bear with us. We will try to get to everyone's comment. Um, it looks like we're having a massive spike on DAG's trading volume when you come over here. So there's enough people seeing value in it. Let's see. Let's go back over to Coinbase. Have you heard of this one, Cody?
Which one? DAG?
Yeah, DAG Constellation.
No, I have not.
Okay,
Another coin I want to show people again. We talked about it yesterday, but I do want to show ad shares again.
okay. Well, let's get over to this as I finish this up.
I do want to learn about DAG for sure because it sounds interesting.
So let me see what is it doing. There's a protocol for directed acrylic acyclic graph architecture to achieve a consensus that is in theory capable of infinite scalability. DAG protocol is a custom state channels. Constellations are driving the evolution of the smart contracts by allowing data sources to be integrated with distributed ledger technology. Launched back in 2017, roadmap in 2018. We can take a look at the white paper here or go to their network here. Let's see here. Okay, I see what they're trying to do. Okay, there's some potential in this.
At
This.
least, at least, at least it's not Hex. At least we don't have somebody talking about Hex or Pulse Chain today. Thank God.
Oh, okay. Well, I think you're going to invoke the wrath of Freedom Fighter. He's going to be coming back in here.
I don't care.
But
At least, hey, I'd rather talk about anything else besides Hex.
so DAG is definitely something that is I would put it as like a 2 to 3% of your portfolio. It'll definitely rise with the bull run if it's However, I don't know if it'll stay around after this next bull run, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. Um, so just moving on quickly to the next comment. Do you think Bitcoin will hit projections of 100,000 by 2024? Uh,
Yes.
I don't think we'll hit it by 2024, but we'll probably hit it in probably towards the end of
Oh,
2024.
you said 2024. Never mind. I thought you said next bull run. 2024, I don't think so.
Yeah,
2025, I think so.
the next bull run's really going to take off towards the end of 2024. So it's either going to happen at the end or it's going to happen somewhere in the middle.
I'd
Somewhere
say
in the
the
middle of
end
that
of
bull run.
2024 to about March 2025. That's when it's going to start.
Yeah, we'll probably have the same thing where it hit the all-time high last bull run. It'll hit 100,000 or close to it, and then the next one will be at it or above. So that's a whole lot.
They're going to try to push all-time highs at the end of 2024. That's what's going to happen. The market's going to test. Okay, let's hit previous all-time high and let's see if we go further. If we don't go further than previous all-time high, it'll be about I want to say March or April of 2025 when we're going to start taking off. It'll take a few months to pick back up again.
Yeah, exactly. And shout out to Crypto Christie. Hey, thanks for the follow, and hey, thanks for the share as well. Really appreciate your support. Yeah, I don't see we're going to get to 100,000 very quickly, but once we do hit 100,000, we may go a little higher than that, just because of the euphoria surrounded by it. I haven't even taken a look at what the greed and fear index is today.
It's probably close to green. It's definitely higher than yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got to be in the green area.
Yep.
Yep, greed 59. So we're in light greed, and there's some euphoria going around, and most likely caused by four institutions trying to create a Bitcoin ETF. That's where everything rose up. So I would say this is a good time to take some profits. I expect a drop pretty quickly. Anyone holding is going to be taking profits. Therefore, the market's going to we're going to have a little pullback on the market for what's going on. It's like, as you can see with Bitcoin, like the buy orders were coming in strong, but I'm pretty sure like BlackRock and Fidelity did all their purchasing of Bitcoin in the early hours. Let's see if I could pull that up. Yeah, you can see most of the trading volume was done at around 1 a.m. in the morning. Yep. Early morning hours, that's when people were buying. And we've had steady buying pressure since 3 o'clock yesterday. So that's pretty amazing. It just kept rising. And it looks like we're still rising. So you may see this may get back into the 30s. May not be a good time yet to take profits, but we're going to be taking profits soon. It's a tough call. That's just where I say you have to assess your own risk, because my thing is to take profits. I mean, it's a huge profit. Like, how much is that for me? Well, what is Bitcoin at? It's like 29,800. Yeah, so you're looking at about 30,000 profit. That's pretty tempting profit to take, I'd have to say. So like if you got tempting profits, I would just go ahead and take them, because that's what I feel like I'm going to do. But it looks like we could rise a little higher on that coin on this total price here. We're at 9.5%. We're so close to breaking that 10% gain.
I just see Bitcoin. The reason why I don't have my money in Bitcoin because I see Bitcoin only 5xing at most, 4 to 5xing. I see Ethereum like 6 to 8xing, and I see your altcoins doing like 10x.
Well, yes, you always get a much better increase on the altcoins than you will on Bitcoin. But in the long term, Bitcoin is going to most likely keep rising. But
Oh
if you
yeah,
want to talk about some real gains, We gotta talk. We gotta really take a look at quant because every time
Oh,
we have one of these kind of relief rallies, quant is. I keep passing it for some reason. Quant seems to stay pretty stagnant and kind of a late mover. Let me
it
pull.
is. And when it moves, it's the top gainer. It does like these 12 to 14% moves.
Yeah. So if we look here at quant, it's
And
like
it's
it's
still
going
holding.
up, but it's still within that zone. We're not getting the volume, same volume of trading. Um,
It just will not go under $95. We've been in this 95 to 130 zone forever.
yeah,
It's
it
just
yeah, it keeps testing that resistance. Like if we hit this bottom, like here, you can see the bottom resistance $99, and it hits it here, goes back up, then comes down, then goes back up. It looks like we hit 102 at the high for this little bar here, and then we're starting its downward trend. So you could definitely see some good entry points again on quant, but once the market starts cooling off on on Bitcoin and Ethereum, watch the quant will probably raise back up to 110.
oh yeah, it always tries to test this little resistance, and the quant team did sell off a little bit of quant, and that's what causes the price to go down slightly. But
Hmm.
you got to remember, Ethereum Foundation did the same thing when Ethereum hit all-time high in 2018. They sold off a bunch of fucking ETH at $1,400.
Yeah, exactly. But if you look at the graph here for the day chart for the last couple months, I mean, you look at it, it keeps hitting 117. Then for about a month and a half, it drops down to the 98. Then it shoots back up, and then it starts dropping again. So we should see this in the next week or so. It's going to shoot back up to the 115, 117 range.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have about 60 quant in July. 60 of them. That's over halfway to my goal of 100. I'll be 60% there to 100.
Yeah, if you really look, we really, other than this point here last year where it got down into the high 40s, it hasn't dipped below that since. So we're probably going to see it. It might get back to right around here, 250 range, very easily as we climb our way back up. And like I've always been saying on every stream all the way back, like if Bitcoin is crypto gold and the ETH is crypto silver, then quant
Quant is crypto platinum.
platinum, and it's got a very low supply. But the thing that I think scares people off is it's a little bit too centralized, and their work with CBDCs is might actually be scaring people away. But at the end of the day, if if you have central banks involved and you have big institutions involved in this project, the odds are this price is going to go pretty high in the long term.
Exactly. And I don't see, yeah, quant, they're working with CBDCs and all that, but I'm bullish on the price of quant. We're here to make money at the end of the day. Quant, as long as quant's not a rug pull, quant is not a scam or a rug pull, especially since they're working with the Bank of England.
Hmm.
That Project Rosalind, like, should really confirm to people that quant is not a rug pull or Ponzi scheme because a
Hmm.
Ponzi scheme would never work with the Bank of England.
Yeah, it would be. Is it
Like,
well?
for
It's
example, Hex. You don't see
Mhm.
Hex working with the Bank of England.
No. One, I don't think they have the contacts to. That's what I'm saying. That's why Quant has J.P. Morgan involved, and J.P. Morgan has connections with all the major central banks across the world. So that usually puts us in a good spot to make a good amount of profit on this. That's why we have such price stabilization. When the big institutions come in to any of these projects, price stabilization is going to be one of the things that's bound to happen. Yep. So, all right, let's see here. Going back over because it looks like Quant is bouncing its way back up here. Litecoin took a big increase.
I like Litecoin. Litecoin is never going to be targeted by the SEC. It's not a security at all.
Mm-hmm.
Litecoin and Dogecoin are pretty much the same thing when it comes to functionality. They do the same transaction speed. Litecoin and Dogecoin is pretty much just a Doge version of Litecoin. That's it. Dogecoin is Litecoin.
Mm-hmm. And as you can see here, even though there's a heavy amount of, you can see a heavy amount of sells pressure, but that's only because it's clear people are taking profits. But there's also a lot of people buying on 29, 30, 40, 50, 60, 40 Litecoin being purchased consistently. So it's the price is going to come down a little bit, but it's going to stabilize as we go. But let me take that one off. Take that one off.
Oh, I love it. I wish Quant would kind of dip back down to the late 90s, but I mean, it's cool because I'm buying Quant tomorrow. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm buying Quant in the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, I'm buying $2,500 worth of Quant. That's half of $5,000.
Absolutely. Well, it's like I said, it's still a good time to start dollar cost averaging across this rest of the year and probably the rest of next year. As you know, we're still trading sideways. Um, excuse me, we're still trading sideways on a lot of things. So we're going to have these like ups and downs, high rushes in with euphoria, and then we're going to go back down into fear as people start selling off and everything else like that. But I would say it's probably if you have Bitcoin, start taking profits in Bitcoin. If you have altcoins, you probably want to hold on to those yet. I wouldn't do any purchasing right now. I'll just let the market simmer off and see where we're going to stand. However, Polkadot, even with the almost 8% increase, it doesn't matter because it's at such a low point. You're still making the
Exactly. And you're staking
average
it. And if
five.
you're staking it, you're making money on it.
Exactly. And you can stake that through the Nano Ledger X and you can stake it through Nano Ledger X is probably the best way to stake it through, really. Other than that, you could stake it through like the DeFi wallets. And Cosmos is almost back up to $9, but it's still a good buy. It should be hovering around 15, but
Cosmos.
mm-hmm,
Uh, and see, here's my thing about Adam. It kind of breaks my heart, and this is why you don't marry altcoins. Because see, with Cosmos, I love. 2 years ago, the community seemed a lot different. You know, the Cosmos community, maybe because I was new to the coin. I don't know, but after spending 2 years in these Cosmos group chats and seeing the sentiment of the community, and yeah, every project's gonna have scams. I'm not calling Cosmos a scam, but Polkadot is just a better investment to me. It's more advanced, and not only that, Cosmos just has a lot of people making bad proposals. I've seen a lot of bad things in the Cosmos ecosystem. Can you make money on Atom? Of course you can, but the Atom token isn't needed. You know, it's not. I mean, you could say the same thing about Polkadot, but the dot token, you have to have it for parachains. You have to lock it up. The Atom token is there's just not as much need for it, and not only that, it was called a security and Polkadot wasn't. And I'm not saying you can't make money on Atom. It's just for me, I'd rather trade my Atom into something like Quant. And that way I can keep buying more Quant when it goes lower. And that way I'm lowering my portfolio to where I got
mm-hmm.
ETH, Quant, and Polkadot and I only have 3 coins to worry about.
Yeah. Well, I'm still kind of bullish on Atom. Um, I still think we still got a bit of a ways to go on it. I still think it has a lot of potential. Right now, I'm staking on Crypto.com's DeFi wallet for almost 25% staking. So it to me is making money. No matter what the price is, I'm tending to outpace the loss that I'm earning.
I
Uh,
wish I was getting 25% on it. I think my ledger, it only gives me like 11, 12% on Kepler or something.
mhm. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not for everybody. I noticed a lot of people did drop it lately, as you can kind of see here. I think a lot. If we go look at Atom on the KuCoin chart, and just pull that up real quick.
There could definitely be some future developments for Atom. There could be that. Things change. Things don't stay the same forever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's still a lot of buys coming in over the last 24 hours, but you're seeing about the same on sell pressure too. And looks like I'm seeing like 100, 200, 230, 160 being sold, and that's probably people unlocking it, unstaking it, and then selling it. Shout out to Rod. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you in here. Um, Cody King.
Accidentally backed out. But see, one thing about Atom is it's going to take a while to see some sell orders too, because the people who have it staked, you have to wait 21 days to get it unstaked.
Yeah. So it takes a while. So there's people have made these moves. People that are selling their staking have probably done it at the
Made these
beginning of the
moves three
month.
weeks ago. Yeah, three
Yeah.
weeks ago.
But if you look at the overall chart, like per day, you could see here that we're only just at the bottom and we're going to rise back up again.
Yeah,
So,
and I was in the Cosmos group chat, and every time somebody put in $100,000 or more into Atom, I got a notification. And a lot of big buyers were buying Atom, and I'm sure they're still buying. Like I said, I don't hate Atom, I don't hate Cosmos. It's just me personally, I only have about $2,300 in Atom. I did the math, and an all-time high, I'd have about $10,000.
mhm.
Whereas if I put that 2,300 in the quant and it goes to all time high, I'd have a lot more money in quant as if I'd have that 2,300 in Atom. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But and like I said, like Atom is
Because I don't have a large amount of Atom. If
yeah.
I was a whale, I'd reconsider it, but I don't have that much Atom.
Yeah, I don't have that much in comparison to my portfolio. It's barely 5% of my portfolio, and it's barely.
How much
Uh,
Atom do you have?
Let me see here. I'm gonna pull this up. 712.
Yeah, see, yeah, and I have about 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have more than me, but I haven't even been focusing on it. And then every time I think about it, I always put it into either quant. And then yesterday I was going to buy a lot of Atom, but then I bought a lot of Link.
No, you made a good move there because I mean, like I said, Atom's not a bad project. It's just there needs to be further developments in the Cosmos ecosystem, and I haven't been seeing that in the past 2 years. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's developers, there's people working on Cosmos. I'm not arguing with that. It's just that the developments that it needs, I haven't been seeing that in the past 2.5 years of
Hmm.
me being in it.
Exactly. Shout out to Rod. I bought AVAX over Atom.
AVAX is all right. If you One thing I don't like about AVAX is if you look on the transaction scanner, every second there's a transaction of zero AVAX. It's almost like people are sending fake transactions to try to boost up the number on chain. The on chain
Mhm.
transaction data. And that's what kind of scares me away from AVAX because there are a lot of scams on Avalanche as well. Like for example, Snowball or whatever. It's EVM compliant. I like that it's EVM compliant. It's one of the solid EVMs. But there's also a lot of scams on Avalanche that I don't like.
Yeah. I mean, there's scams on both Atom and AVAX. So
I'd say it's more on AVAX.
mhm. Uh, sh- uh, Shout out to Rod again. I still want some Cosmos though, and I do think it is at a great entry point right now. It's at pretty low amounts. Shout out to IDCA. What low cap gem do you like?
Quant
There you
Quant
go.
is a low cap.
Yep, Quant. Although if we're talking about like a really low priced one,
He's probably
at
talking about a micro cap, like 300x.
okay. Then we're probably looking at ads because that's about the same.
Ad shares, yes, that is a gaming. If you want good gains, mind you, I don't have. I'm not an advisor. I don't have a Series 7, But I will say, if ad shares, gaming cryptos, you need to look in the gaming sector if you want those degen gains. You need to look at quant and you need to look at the gaming sector because that's how you're going to make degen gains. The gaming sector, gaming is changing to where people want cool skins. People need a middle something, not a middleman, but we need smart contracts in the middle of it. If we have smart contracts, gaming microtransactions and sending skins and trading skins, because you play Counter Strike, it's all about the knife skins. You play all these different games, in-game items and in-game collectibles are the shit. And when you have combine that with blockchain and NFTs, like it's just gonna keep getting bigger. It's not there yet, but it will get there.
Exactly. And
So
right
gaming is
now,
a good one.
exactly. And right now, you can get ads on KuCoin.
Yeah,
You have to buy it with Tether, but you can get it with KuCoin.
exactly. And not only that, if ad shares and the gaming cryptos keep growing, you'll see more exchanges start selling them. If the Gary Gensler can stop being a degen.
Exactly. So sorry, but that's seeing you guys a lot of thoughts coming in. Shout out to Rod again. Your guys' thoughts on Algo and
Algo's great.
IDCA. What about Gala then and Mana?
Mana's a good one because it's in the gaming sector. Like I said, if you look at last bull run, and I know past results aren't guaranteed of future results, but if you look at last bull run, when we had the huge gaming run up, every single gaming coin hit crazy valuations. That was Axie
Hmm.
Infinity, it was Mana, it was Engine. So you need to create yourself like a gaming ETF and put all the coins and put like let's say $100 in each gaming coin. Just to say, okay, I'm risking this. I don't care if I lose it. I bought every single gaming coin on the market and only put $100 in each. And I guarantee you, yeah, it's only $100 in each. But if every gaming coin hits a crazy valuation, you're making a degenerate amount of money, even if you have $100 in every gaming coin.
Hmm. Yep. And that's the kind of same with all like Gala, Mana, ads. They're all pretty cheap. Algo Algo is pretty cheap as well. It's but it's taken a hit since all the debauchery last year. Like it really should have been a little higher, but it just kind of fell downwards. But it's still at a ridiculously cheap price. It looks like trade volume's up 62%. So I'm not looking at the buy and sell orders. It's hard to say if that's more people selling or just more people buying. But market cap wise, everything it's primed for a good increase. Shout out to Crypto Christie. It's ads. It's called ad shares. That's what it is. You can buy it on KuCoin at about 74 cents. There is some arbitrage with ad shares as well because you can get it on KuCoin for cheaper than you could swap it on Uniswap. So if you're trying to make a quick turnaround, that's definitely a good one to get into. So, but with that said, I do have someone. I got a consultation at 10 o'clock that I got to start. So, I mean, my final thoughts on this is that yes, we are in 100% still we're really in a bears versus bull market, and we're going to be
Yep.
in this for a year and a half. But a lot of people are thinking it's a bear market. Then you got some people thinking we're in like a start of a bull run. I think it's a little too early to think it's a bull run, but it's definitely still a bear versus bulls. We're going to have these push and pulls, relief rallies, and then then another 10% decline kind of deal.
Yeah, where it's perfectly normal to have this because like we're in a bear versus bull market. It's hard to really tell right now because it's just bears and bulls fighting, but we're gonna get those good days one day. Like there's gonna be a day in the next 2 years you're gonna see a degenerate amount of gains, and then you're gonna want to pat yourself on the back for just DCA. You're just gonna feel like you're a genius, and that happens every bull run to people who's been holding. You know the euphoria is crazy. You just have to know the only game you have to play is just taking profits at that point. It's easy to get greedy. It's easy to say, oh, well, if I keep holding, quant could go to 10,000, quant goes to 3,000, and
Mm-hmm.
then, you're left with the bag.
Yeah, and that then it's easy to just start taking your profits and then de-investing in and diversifying your portfolio. But with that said, guys, it was kind of one of our shorter streams, and it's only because we really started later. But do appreciate everybody is where everybody is going today and where everything's going. So really do appreciate everyone's support and everything. If you guys want to follow us, you can. All the links are in the bio and everything. If you want to join the Patreon, links in the bio on TikTok. Definitely more exclusive content is going to be put up there over the next few months, as well as a lot of other fun stuff we're going to start trying to do, along with interviews of business owners and things like that. But we really do appreciate all you guys' help and joining in. We do have a live that we're going to do at 6:30 or probably around 7:30 tonight. So look forward to that coming in at that 7:30, 7 o'clock Central Time. So, but thank you guys for your support and like and share. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. Really helps out. We're trying to get as many people as we can so we can have more people we can chat with about investing. So thank you guys, and we will check you later.
All right.